Your feminine energy requires funding. Your feminine energy requires money. Welcome to our meditation and girl chat sesh. My name is Ma'at Petrova, and today we're going to talk about why feminine energy requires resources. And I have a whole list of the reasons why she needs to be supported financially. Most people think, I need a man to support me. But I'm talking about you. Raising your self-worth and your financial freedom up to the point where you can actually support your own feminine energy, thereby attracting others to support her as well. Her as in your feminine energy. Most women feel like they are in masculine survival mode. Just for you to understand where your feminine and your masculine energy should be. Looking at the yin-yang symbol, okay? The yin side, the feminine energetic side. So it's all black with a dot of white. The masculine side, the yang side, white, all white with a dot of black. That is the amount of masculine energy you need as a woman, right? The yin side, all black with a dot of white in the yin-yang symbol. The masculine side, the yang side, all white with a dot of black. They just need a touch of feminine energy, right? The masculine. So the black side representing feminine energy, I would like to think of that as us, the woman, the feminine, right? And then the masculine side, if you want to give it a human form, men, right? With a dot of black. So if you're feeling like you're half masculine and half feminine, you're already off balance in terms of you being in your feminine power. You're already off balance. The type of balance you need as a woman isn't a half of balance when it comes to your masculine and feminine energy. It's a 90% feminine with 10% of masculine. That's all you need. You don't need a lot of masculine energy. For you to be happy and in your flow, you need to be all in your feminine and just a little bit of masculine. The masculine is there for support. It's there to get things done. It's there for protection, boundaries. That's what your masculine is there for. So your feminine can be supported and flow to express herself fully as she should and as she'd like to. And why you require money for feminine energy to flourish and to flow. Feminine energy, when you're tapped into her, your intuition is high. Your emotional intelligence is high. You're feeling at ease. You're feeling nourished. You're at peace with yourself. You're fully expressed. Your softness is also on high. However, when feminine energy is under pressure, she drops. Okay? When pressure lowers, feminine energy rises. What causes pressure? A woman in hustle mode, having to figure things out, living check to check. These are things that puts you under pressure, not being financially supported, worrying about when are you going to be able to pay this month's bills. Pressure decreases your feminine energy. So in order for you to be tapped into your feminine energy, you have to remove the pressure. And money removes the pressure. Money gives you the ability to feel at ease, to feel at peace. When you're under pressure because you're in survival mode, you can't think straight. You're thinking more with logic as opposed to tapping into the powers of your intuition. So you're thinking with your masculine mind instead of the magic of your intuition. My intuition is always on 10. And I used to help a friend of mine with my intuition because her intuition wasn't as high as mine, and that's fine. If you're my friend, I'm going to use my powers to help you as well, right? Now, when we were friends, I would tell her things to show her that certain people weren't in her best interests. Certain people, certain friends, guys, I'd tell her, hey, this is what I see in them, And these are the reasons why. I can read you like this. Your feminine energy can save you. And it not only can save you, it can save others around you who aren't so tapped into their feminine energy. When you're not experiencing the pressure of survival mode, which is for us masculine mode, your intuition increases, your emotional intelligence increases. You are no longer hardened by having to protect yourself and be robotic and mechanical, gotta get it hustle mode. Your feminine energy softens. When the pressure heightens, feminine energy lowers. When the pressure lowers, feminine energy rises. Survival mode is pressure. Number one reason why feminine energy requires money. Second reason is feminine energy needs rest. She needs rest. When you are rested, you feel magnetic. Rest magnetizes feminine energy. Rest allows you the leisure to unplug, to do what she feels, have a spa day, to do nothing at all. Rest. And what allows you rest? Being able to afford the ability to rest, where rest is no longer a luxury, it's a part of your lifestyle. So rest is another key element to feminine energy, because when a woman is well rested, she radiates. You need rest for feminine energy. When you are under the pressure of hustle bustle mode, trying to make sure that your bills are covered, living month to month, check to check, there's no time for rest. Even if you feel like you're physically resting, your mind isn't resting, because you're worried about how you're going to take care of this, how you're going to handle that, how you're going to take care of children, there's no time for rest. More than likely, you're a woman between the ages of 25 and up here on this live, and you have responsibilities. You might even have children by now. You may be in a relationship by now. You have your job. You have school. There are so many different elements to being a woman that rest in between is required, or else you're going to harden up. You're not going to be able to be tapped into your softness. And softness is a key element of being in your feminine energy. So rest is another requirement for you to be in your feminine power. You need rest. You need to be able to rest to travel. You need to be able to rest to be leisurely. You need rest so you can feel vibrant, rejuvenated. Rest is another key element to feminine energy. Imagine the moments when you're not rested. Your emotions aren't regulated when you're not rested. You're reactionary. You start snapping on people around you, your family members. If you have children, you start snapping on them. When you're not rested, you can't be in your feminine energy. You don't have the energy to do so because you're operating on a half empty container. So rest is essential for feminine radiance. Third, feminine energy that is supported financially has strong boundaries. Boundaries is a masculine energetic trait. So when her feminine energy has strong boundaries, she's able to say no to opportunities that drain her. She's able to leave relationships that are no longer, or environments that are no longer safe for her. She doesn't feel like she has to settle when she has strong boundaries, because she is properly funded. She is financially supported. So feminine energy requires money because money helps you to have strong boundaries. You stop settling when you are financially supported. Your feminine energy no longer has to settle when she is financially supported. There's no need for her to negotiate. There's no need to compromise anymore when she is financially supported. Allow your masculine energy of the money to support the feminine energy so she feels protected enough to say no. Those boundaries allow you to say no so the feminine energy can stay soft. When feminine energy, when your feminine energy, when you are in situations where you have settled, even though you didn't want to, when you feel like you have to take this job because you're living in, first of all, a lack mentality, right? Because when you're in an abundant mentality, you know you never have to settle. I don't care how much money you have. But the feminine energy allows you a little bit more cushion to know that you actually do not have to settle. You don't subject yourself to relationships or environments that aren't safe for your feminine energy. Those boundaries are strong when she is financially supported. You don't have to say yes to any and everything because you have to make ends meet when you're tapped into your feminine energy and she is financially supported. Feminine energy radiates when she is in her beauty. Feminine energy requires beauty. So not only rest supports beauty, but financially, when a woman is tapped into her beauty, her rituals, her skincare routine, taking care of her hair, ensuring she eats the proper foods so her skin and her body can function the way it's supposed to. Feminine energy requires financial support so she can continue radiating her beauty. Beauty is an essential part of your feminine energy. These nails, this skincare routine, these earrings, this outfit, okay? Going to the spa to get a scrub for this skin. Beauty. Yes, it is a part of your feminine energy and her feeling fully expressed. Feminine energy requires financial support so she can continue supporting her beauty routine, her beauty rituals, her self-care rituals. It's important. When you are caring for yourself, you're caring for your skin, you're caring for your body inside out. You feel balanced, you feel well nourished, you're rested, you're looking good, you're smelling good, your hair is done, your nails are done. And it doesn't have to have tips, you know. You don't have to have a bust down in order for it to be done, right? Just neat and clean looking, done together. You feel good in your feminine energy. So your beauty routine has to be financially supported. It costs. It costs for you to show up looking good. Makeup, your hair, your skin, your nails, your gym membership. It all costs. So feminine energy needs financial support for her beauty routine so she can express from the inside how she feels externally. Femininity are the elements of your nails, your hair, the colors you're wearing, the smell. That's femininity. Even a man can be in his femininity, right? A man can put on nails, wear a bust-down wig, right? That's femininity. But feminine energy is the root from which femininity comes. Feminine energy is the soul from where the femininity is expressed. So financial support allows you to fully express your feminine energy through your beauty routines, your self-care routines, your self-help rituals, the way you smell, the way you look. It gives you a feeling that helps you to tap further into your feminine energy. Yes. So your beauty routine is a part of being tapped into your feminine. Feminine energy allows a woman to be in her leadership in that she feels abundant. And she's not only securing the bag for her life, but rather also for her lineage. So feminine energy allows a woman to feel powerful. Feminine energy is not just soft and intuition and emotional intelligence, but feminine energy is also powerful. These things are thought of as weak when actually it is powerful. We are the ones who birthed humans, full-blown humans from our wombs. Powerful. Feminine energy is power. When a woman is in her feminine energy and her feminine energy leadership, because it was financially supported in the way that she invests in herself, she's invested in courses, she's invested in her education, she's invested in her lifestyle. So much so that she's able to lend wisdom to other people, and not only wisdom, also financial support to others in need. Feminine energy allows you to be in a position when you're fully tapped into her of leadership in your feminine power, being able to not only help you and your immediate circle, but also others. So feminine energy allows a woman to be fully in her power, to share her wisdom, to share her stories, to pass down information from her experiences, to share her resources. When her feminine energy is sourced, she's also more resourceful. So feminine energy requires financial support so a woman can expand in her feminine power and leadership. And don't ever let anyone make you feel guilty for wanting to tap into your beauty and your self-care. Don't ever let anyone feel like you have to choose between your feminine energy, your spirituality, and your financial and superficial needs. They're all required to support your feminine energy. You need the financial support and you need the spiritual support. And that's why in my new course, the Feminine Wealth Reset, where I teach you all not only the manifesting elements, I've been teaching you all since I started, right? Every time something good has happened for me, I've shared with you all, hey, I got this new car. This is how I manifested it. Hey, I got this new house. This is how I manifested it. Before I started getting the financial support, I really was manifesting, right? Before I was able to financially support myself, I was only manifesting. There was no financial support or system. However, while I was in that mode of manifesting, I was still in survival mode, right? So yes, you can manifest without anything. You can manifest without any resources. You absolutely freaking can. But will you be completely in your feminine energy? If you're coming from nothing and you manifested something out of nothing, no, you will not be completely in your feminine energy, because there's still going to be a part of you still trying to figure things out on how you're going to keep these lights on to take care of your family. Okay? So in this course, I'm teaching you all not only the feminine energetic manifesting elements, but I'm also showing you, okay, yes, I did manifest $1 million. The reason why I say that is because it was only but I was at 500K the year before. So that's a big jump from 500K to 1.2 million, right? So it's manifesting because I didn't do anything while it was happening. However, I didn't tell you all about all the systems that were in place, how I was prepared for opportunity. The way I prepared for opportunity, I already had a whole warehouse worth of products. So if something hit to where there's an increase of sales, I'm already prepared to take advantage of it. There's been many times when companies were not prepared for scaling. They didn't have the inventory. So I not only had the masculine, logical, logistical, strategic things in place on the business side, but I also had the feminine, energetic, manifesting elements. You combine the two and you have abundance. You combine the two, your feminine energy, supported by the masculine, energetic traits of strategy, logistics, business acumen, and you have the formula for abundance. Yes. So I didn't tell y'all about that side. I didn't tell y'all that I was already prepared. You have to be prepared for some of your manifestations. Now, I didn't need to be prepared for my manifestations when I was on a lower scale financially, because I wasn't asking for enough at the time. I wasn't asking for enough. I was asking for a little measly thing. Oh, let me get my first little luxury car. That wasn't even from the same year. At the time, it was what, 2017? It wasn't even a 2017 car, okay? It wasn't brand new. So I wasn't asking for a lot. I was just like, oh, let me experience, you know, having a luxury car. But the car was 2012 in 2017. It was a luxury vehicle, but I wasn't asking for enough. So when you're on a lower scale, you tend to compromise. Again, feminine energy requires financial support because she no longer feels as if she has to compromise or negotiate. Now I know how to ask for a lot, or not even ask. I know how to command a lot, right? I know how to command more. I no longer negotiate or settle because I've experienced it. At the time, I didn't experience enough for me to know I am worthy of more. Sometimes I would just take a chance, like, oh, let me try, you know, going bigger and see what happens. And yes, those moments would come into fruition because even though I was moving out of fear, and that's another thing, when you're not financially supported, you move out of fear. But when your feminine energy is supported, you no longer feel like you have to move out of fear, out of survival. Remember, I told you one of the first laws is the law of self-preservation, because you have to preserve yourself. You have to stay alive in order to experience things, right? So that's the first law, the law of self-preservation. Then all the other laws come after that. The law of assumption, correspondence, polarities, attraction, all of those come after the law of self-preservation. This is the reason why you move out of fear, because you're trying to preserve, you're trying to stay in a safe space. When you're safe, you're like, oh, I can stay alive. I can stay alive, survival mode. If I'm safe and I'm moving out of fear, I'm making decisions out of fear, I can stay alive. Self-preservation, the first law. You're honoring that naturally. As a human, your brain is going to resort to what's safe. But what's safe and moving out of fear isn't necessarily what's going to expand you. That isn't necessarily what's going to take you to the next level. So I would take chances. At the time, it felt like a chance because I'm no longer thinking with my fearful brain. I'm going to take a chance into this unknown territory of bigger. What will bigger feel like? What will bigger look like? Am I worthy of bigger? Am I worthy of asking for just a little bit more? Let me take a chance at seeing if I'm worthy of more. So this was me just flirting with each level. So I didn't just get here just like that. I got here level by level. It's my journey. Some people, they might be able to jump from 5 to 13. But for me, levels. It took me through levels. And with every level, I learned my lesson. And some lessons cost me 500K, which I just shared with you all, how I was Ponzi schemed out of 500K. While others cost me 30K, 10K, right? But there was a lot of investments and lessons learned through my path of these past 10 years of running my company that I grew from 2015 December, from nothing to millions organically. No ads, no celebrities, no outside funding or investors, no creators, what they call today, right? You got the UGC creators, none of that. Just organic connection with my audience and providing a solution to a problem women need. Providing a solution. So I didn't teach you all of that. I just taught you all about mindset shifting, how to decide, how to meditate, how to stay focused, how to be proactive, not reactionary. I taught you all about those methods, which are essential, but I didn't teach you all about the logistical side. Years and years of going back and forth with labs, the 10 years of collecting vendors, 10 years worth of vendors, knowing which ones are good and which ones I would not mess with again. Having lost customers and business because I decided to go with a third-party shipping company and they couldn't deliver. They took my business, they took the products, but they couldn't deliver. So my orders were 3 months behind. These are hard lessons I learned in the background. So yeah, I was teaching you manifesting, but I didn't teach you all the ins and outs and the logistics and the strategies and the failures that it cost me to get to that 1.2 million on the first year, and then again and again. I didn't tell you all about that part. So I'm finally telling you all. Through my course, The Feminine Wealth Reset, you need both the money and you need the financial energy. You need the strategy and you need the manifesting. You need both. You need the spiritual and you need the physical. You need both polarities in order to have success, longevity. Because you can manifest the hell out of something, but what happens when you have to pay your employees or get a system in place to keep communications going with your customers? What happens? You can manifest it. Yes, you can. You can manifest it out of nothing, but you also need systems in order to keep things flowing. So the feminine has to be supported by the masculine. The feminine energy has to be supported by financial abundance, by strategy, by logistics and logic. It's needed. You can't just be in your feminine and not be financially supported. She must be financially supported. And the way you're going to do that is by coming up with an idea, a business, something that comes natural to you. So for me, when I started my business, I just shared what helped me. They have a vagina too. So I just shared, hey, I've got a vagina. I've had these issues. You've got vaginas. I know you're probably dealing with these issues. Let me share with you all how I took care of myself, how I restored my vaginal balance without antibiotics. That's going to just strip away all my good bacteria and give me a yeast infection. Let me show you how I did that without those issues. So I solved a problem. What problem are you willing to solve? Some people are solving simple problems, like just giving people a break to escapism and getting away. That's beauty, like a makeup products, right? Makeup brands aren't necessarily something that's deep, but as I broke down to you just now, it's not changing your health, right? A beauty brand isn't going to upgrade someone's health, but mentally it'll give her some escapism. It doesn't change the problem if she has cystic acne, but it can cover it up temporarily so she can feel beauty for a second. You can be changing a more serious internal issue, or you can be changing something that's superficial. But as I just broke down for you, beauty is a requirement for feminine energy. Your beauty has to be supported. Your beauty routines, your self-care rituals, they all need to be supported. And so what if it's superficial? It's part of what makes you a gorgeous woman. This took effort. I did not wake up like this, though I do look cute when I wake up, but not all extra like this. Okay, this is accented. I just come from a good foundation. My foundation is solid. But the extra, what you see, okay, this cost. But the foundation, it still costs, because being able to still look good without makeup still costs. Okay, microneedling is $200 to $300 a pop, so the skin could be smooth and clean. You understand, right? Those skincare products, my vitamin C serum and all the other serums, they cost at least $50 for a 2-ounce bottle. Yeah, at least. Right? Tretinoin, that's $70 for a 1-ounce tube. Okay. So even when I don't have on all of this, it still costs. So yes, while beauty is not something that's going to change the trajectory of your skin, it can help you feel beautiful for a moment. So it costs, right? So she still, if you have a beauty brand, you're still serving a purpose and solving a problem, right? So you think about what is true to you when it comes to your business. What feels good to you? What problem do you want to solve? I've never talked to you all on a business level in this way before, but now I am. Now I am, because I now have this course, the Feminine Wealth Reset, and I'm teaching you all the feminine energetic element, and I'm teaching you all the wealth building machine element. But that's the place to start. And I would urge you all to download Claude, and I can give you all this prompt, and I'll put it in my stories. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put it in my story. I'm going to put a prompt in my story today after we're done. And those of you on YouTube, I'm going to put the prompt in the YouTube description. Take that prompt to help you figure out how you're going to be making money for the next few weeks of 2025 into 2026. And in my course, the Feminine Wealth Reset, I'm going to be showing you how to do so. But I want you to start with this prompt. This prompt will help put a fire under your behind and get you started. Okay, because the voice Claude uses is different from the voice ChatGPT uses. Claude is very matter-of-factly, very, very masculine. ChatGPT is more neutral. And you can also train ChatGPT to be a little bit more lean on the feminine or lean more to the masculine. But Claude is very matter-of-factly, all right? He's going to tell you, hey, you've been messing up all this time, or you've been sitting on goal, or, oh, wow, you've got all of this going on and you haven't done anything with it. This is what you do, right? So download Claude, and I'm going to put a prompt in the stories. Look out for that prompt. Okay. Another thing is, I'm doing my Black Friday sale, 40% off select products. Black Friday sale, 40% off select products for those on my list and in my email list, my email and text list. You're going to get 40% off. The Gen Pop, general population, Gen Pop's getting 35% off. Okay, so yes, you're special for being on my list. So make sure you're on my list, and I'll text you all when it drops. But it's dropping for everybody on my list tomorrow. For Gen Pop, it's dropping Friday for Black Friday. Okay, when we feel good, we look good. When we look good, we feel good. CLOUDE. I think there's an E. And it's kind of like an orange asterisk looking symbol. Okay, look out, just so you'll know what app it is. It has like an orange asterisk symbol as the logo. Okay, and it's called Claude. Download that app, and in my stories after we get off today, I'm gonna collect the prompt. And you're going to put this prompt in to get yourself started on making your mother freaking money for 2025 into 2026. Now, I've already built myself up to this level, right, of 7 figures. And I've gone in and out, up and down, right? I've had ebb and flows in which you're going to also be able to benefit from my 10 years of experience in building a business organically, right? Not just a fly-by-night, overnight, you know, pumping thousands of dollars into ads and getting success. No, this was earned hard, the hard way. And like I said before, congratulations to those who were able to do it the easy way. Hey, kudos to you, you know? But this hard work, you're not going to have to go through all the hard work, because I know the shortcuts. I know the ins and outs. I know the failures to success. I know which vendors to use, which ones not to use. I know which systems to use. I know which apps in order to keep your customers satisfied, to keep things scaling. Those are the things that I haven't taught y'all before. And I do know those things. I do. But I just don't like to do everything. I don't like doing everything. I like to focus on one thing. Meaning, if I'm talking about feminine energy and I want you all to think that this platform is just about feminine energy, then that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to be all over the place. But I do have that expertise of building a $1 million business. There you go, Claude. That's it. Okay, so please look out for the prompt. I can't text it to you because it's too long. Okay, so if you're on my text list, I'm not going to be texting it to you. I'm going to put it in my story. You screenshot it. If you have an iPhone, I think you can also do it on an Android. You go into your pictures. You click on the gray square at the bottom right. You highlight what you want to copy. You copy it. You take that and you paste it into Claude. Okay? And you're going to paste that prompt into Claude. And this is going to set you off. This is going to set you off in a way that you're going to start putting things into motion right away. Now I want to ask you a question. Without fear, tapped into your feminine energy. Take a deep breath in. You are fully supported. You're fully loved. You're financially supported. Everything is flowing. Everything is working out in your favor. What business do you want to start right now? Based on your talents, your expertise, your desires, your hobbies, and what you want to share, your experiences. What business do you want to start? So you all have tapped in and thought about what you would do to launch your business and to start a business. Now, not for 2026. We're not living for 2026. But what we're doing is resetting so we can set up 2026 nicely. You'll already be in the flow of things. You already have started by collecting your platforms, you know, the names of your business from every social media platform, possibly starting your sole proprietorship or your LLC, depending on which entity you want to start with. Yes, I know. I'm traveling photographer. I love a lot of things. Okay. I'm glad you were able to narrow it down to a traveling photographer. Video production is what came up with him tapping into the... Oh, okay. You're talking about your boyfriend. Okay. But what about for you? What came up for you? And that's dope that he was able to tap into. What came up for you? So as I was saying, guys, feminine energy, your feminine energy, for you to be in your flow, tapped into your emotional intelligence, your intuition is feeling free. You're feeling fully expressed. You're in your softness, not hardened by survival, hustle mode, masculine mode. In your feminine energy, she has to be financially supported. She must be financially supported, and you are not waiting on someone else to do so for you. You have your own talents. You have your own life. You have your own gifts. Why wait for somebody else to do it for you? Working doesn't have to be hard. I know when you think about the word work, you're thinking about having to spin your wheels so hard that you're out of your feminine energy. You're thinking about stress. No, work doesn't have to be hard. However, it does require some work, right? For me, throughout these years, the hardest work I've had to do was not creating products. I like creating the products. I like filling products. I like even fulfilling orders and doing all those types of things. I love that. I love doing it because it's my passion to know that it's going to be in the hands of a woman who's going to use it to care for herself and feel good about herself and feel balanced and vaginally restored, right? So that's why I say tap into what your desires are. Create that business from your desires, what you really love. The hardest part of having this company were the failures with partnerships that I had no experience with, having to learn that this was not a good partnership and it costing me thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. Those were the hardest lessons. Failed partnerships. Failed partnerships with the third-party shipping company. Failed partnership with the investment of the $500K that was stolen from me. Failed partnerships with lab results and having them to create formulas that just weren't coming out properly. But through my failures, I'm now able to teach you how to win with my new course, the Feminine Wealth Reset. Now, if you're interested in joining, I'm doing a Zoom Friday, and I want to thank all of you all who have already signed up, because it's a good amount of people who've shown interest and signed up already. So I just want to thank you all. If you're already signed up, thank you so much. I see you. But if you are interested in seeing more of what it's about, join us on this Zoom this Friday by texting FEMRESET to 404-595-6216. It's right here, down here. Screenshot it so you can be able to text that when we get off. And I'll be able to tell you all about the course and what to expect and what you're going to be getting and the success you're going to experience. Imagine yourself being able to freely feel supported. Now, the beauty that feminine energy is supported with financially is not only your physical beauty, right? It's the beauty of being able to decorate your house, to have some tea with your favorite herbs, with colorful roses in it, in a gorgeous tea set. There are different levels of this beauty. It's not only the beauty on yourself and your body, your face, your skin, your hands, but it's the beauty in your home. So imagine yourself being able to wake up in your favorite house, wearing your cute pajamas, some of your favorite tea with a gorgeous tea set, right? Leisurely, not on anyone's clock. Oof. Not under the stress and pressure of rushing. When you rush, you lose your grace. There's no grace in rushing, right? You're under pressure. And when pressure rises, what? Feminine energy decreases. So you're not under the pressure of rushing, losing your grace, having to get to somebody's 9 to 5. You're fully supported because you're doing what you love. You're living a life you love. Imagine that for yourself. Because you are backed financially by strategy, by logistics, by machines and systems that protect your feminine energy, that upholds her. Imagine that. I was walking out of my vehicle yesterday, and I have to give random thanks. I was like, thank you, God. I'm driving my dream vehicle. Thank you, God. I'm about to walk and open the key to my dream home and be inside of it warm. Thank you, God. I'm working my dream job. Imagine that, living in your dreams, because you're financially supported to be in your feminine energy. So go ahead and text FEMRESET to 44595-6216 so you can be a part of the Zoom and me showing you how you're about to change your own life. But don't forget, I will be dropping the prompt for you to put into CLAUDE to set things up and set things off for yourself. It's very exciting because even me, at my scale, I started implementing things with CLAUDE, some of the tips and advice given to me, and that thing made me money. Yes, I implemented. I'm not somebody to sit on things. I implement right away and put things into action. And some of the advice given that I've implemented made me money. So I cannot wait for you to start your feminine wealth reset journey with this prompt, because it's going to help you. But if you're not an action-oriented person and you just want information just to have information, just to feel like you're a part of something, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. If you're ready to put things into action and implement so you could take yourself to the next level, you're ready to put in those little steps, because it's not big. You don't have to do anything big. All of this is doable. It's doable. It's a little work, but it's doable. Okay? There's no heavy lifting per se involved like that. Anything that may be a little bit of a heavy lifting, I've already lifted it for you through my trial and error. So it's no longer a heavy lifting. And with the implementation of AI, you also don't have to do a lot of heavy lifting as well. So not only do you have my trials and failures, but you also have the help of AI. Things that I used to pay, I paid for an app to be made. I paid like $5,000. No, I'm lying, because I paid him throughout the entire year and it still didn't get finished. I spent about, I would say $10,000 for an app to be made. But now I know how to create a prompt to have an app made like this. Get the code for the app and everything like this. Less than a minute to create an app. You have a lot of things on your side now. So who's ready to reset? Put reset in the comment section. Put reset in the comment section if you're ready to reset. Where are my reset girls at? Where my girls at? Free Mind is ready to reset. Black Sheep is ready to reset. Love Nia. Yes, absolutely. It's a Lady D is ready to reset. Make sure if you are ready to reset, you have screenshot this information, because I need you to text FEMRESET to 404-595-6216. We're going to do a quick meditation. And today is brought to you in part by Hormonal Harmony Tea. Hormonal Harmony Tea, if you haven't tried it, make sure you get it for a Black Friday sale. If you want to try it, real herbs in here, real berries to help balance out your hormonal system. Okay? We're going to get into our meditation, our stretch, our libation, and then I'm going to let you go for the day. You can respond by saying yes, yeah, amen, amen, selah, hallelujah, ashe, facts, true, twat, and tur, whatever you choose, as long as you are here to raise your vibrations. We're so grateful, so thankful to have woken up to another day of living our dreams. You're living in your dream home. You're driving your dream car. You're wearing your favorite outfits. You're smelling in your favorite fragrance. You're looking good. You're smelling good. Yes, living your dreams. Ashe, ashe. And you are financially supported in doing so. Ashe. You are living in abundance, no longer scarcity. Ashe. Let me pull this plant a little closer. No longer in scarcity. Yes, you are in abundance. You are in your abundance era because you are ready to reset from all the things that were keeping you back from your talents, your gifts. Ashe, ashe, your blessings. Ashe. Call out the names of those in your bloodline, your divine ancestors who paved the way for you. Ashe. We're so grateful and thankful for, I'm calling out mine. Call out yours and I'll call them out for you. Ashe, ashe. Who are you calling out? Yes, yes, yes. Ashe. We give thanks. Give thanks for all the ancestors, known and unknown, spoken and unspoken. Ashe. So we're grateful and thankful for life surging through our bodies, that we're living in our passion, in our dreams. Ashe. And we're fully guided, loved, and supported and protected. Ashe. Taking a deep breath in. Head back. And exhale. Inhale, rolling your shoulders back. Exhale, rolling your shoulders forward. Inhale, rolling your shoulders back, looking to your left. Extra spinal twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale to your right. Extra spinal twist. Inhale, forward. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, forward. Shake left, shake right, shake left, shake right. Inhale, rolling left to right. Again. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, down, right to left. Again. Inhale, rolling up. In your goddess posture. Hold on. Let me make sure. No, I'm not even going to touch it. In your goddess posture, eyes are closed, chest is up, crown parallel to the sky, taking a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhaling oneness. That your mind is one with your heart is one with your spirit is one with your soul is one with your purpose. Exhale. Inhale. You are divinely loved, you are worthy, you're protected, you are more than enough. Exhale. Inhale, you are in a safe place because you are divinely protected. Your masculine energy is surrounding you. Your divine ancestors and spirit guides are surrounding you. Your angels are surrounding you. Ashe. Inhale. Exhale. The sun is shining on you, meaning it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to glow. Exhale. The earth is beneath you, grounding you. There's no need for you to waver. You can stand firm, 10 toes, grounded in what you know to be true for yourself, your spirit, your soul, your purpose. Inhale and exhale. The air is surging through your lungs with oxygen, fueling your passion, fueling your love for your desires and making it happen. Exhale. Inhale. The fire, which is the sun, further allowing you to glow, allowing you to flow like the waters. Ashe. You are flowing, you are in your feminine flow, in your feminine flow, in your feminine flow, glowing. Inhale. Meaning you are not under stress, you're not under pressure, you're not under negotiation or compromise or settling. You are glowing in your light. Exhale. Because you're supported, you're upheld, uplifted, empowered. Inhale and exhale. And it starts with you. It started with you. You decided this. You decided that you loved yourself enough to get yourself out of hustle mode, out of stress, out of masculine energy, survival mode. You decided this. You decided that you are enough to live a life of ease, a life of flow, a life of peace. Out of that hardness and back into your softness. Exhale. Back into your beauty. You're taking care of your skin, your hair, your nails. Your organs are fully nourished with the proper foods, herbs, nutrition. Inhale. And it shows in your aura. Aura big. Aura expanded. Inhale. Exhale. 12 feet out from your body, the aura is shining, affecting anyone in your circumference. Inhale, exhale. As we go into 105 breaths, fully grounding yourself in this reset. We're not waiting for next month to reset. We're not waiting for a new moon to reset or a full moon. We're not waiting for 2026 to reset. We're resetting now because we can. And inhale, fire breaths. Swift in and out through your nose. And do a little Kegel while you're at it. Squeeze while doing your fire breaths. And keep it squeezed until you're done doing your fire breaths. Inhaling deep. Keep holding it. And exhale and release that Kegel. Very good. Relax. Feel the peace. Feel the ease. Feel the love. Feel the flow. Feel the abundance because you have options. In your feminine energy, because you're financially supported, you have options. Yes. Repeating after me, I'm so grateful and thankful to be financially supported so I can be in my feminine flow. I love it here. This is my nature. This is my special place. In this place, I glow, I radiate. I am in my power, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Ashe. As we go into our mantra, known to raise a low vibration to a high vibration, to change an unwanted situation to a desired one, say it with me. I'm so grateful and excited. I am divinely connected to universal intelligence, love, and abundance. Anything I want to need overflows through me and to me with ease when expeditiously. I am so grateful and excited. I am divinely connected to universal intelligence, love, and abundance. Anything I want to need overflows through me and to me with ease expeditiously. I am so grateful and excited. I am divinely connected to universal intelligence, love, and abundance. Anything I want to need overflows through me and to me with ease, expeditiously. Ashe. Because you're a god, a goddess, a king, a queen, an emperor, an empress, there's nothing you are not. Anything you want to need wants and needs you now. Show up for yourself. Show up for it. Get out of survival mode. Get in your feminine. Know that you are loved, guided, and protected, and supported. Being financially supported starts with erasing those limiting beliefs and knowing it is so. Ashe. Ashe. Amen. Give thanks. Thank you so much for joining me. Can I get an ashe? Hey, hey, can I get an ashe? Yeah, 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 yeah. You did it. You invested in yourself today. This time, this energy, this effort, this mindset shifting, this information, this knowledge. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to you joining me in the Feminine Wealth Reset. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Love y'all.